I'm gonna be singing that to your kids tonight, right? You better pick up your stuff, just clean it. Just clean it. One more time, everybody! Woo! This next guy from New York, he likes to bust balls and he likes to have a good time. Let's give him a warm welcome. My man, give it up for Richard Justo.
Oh my God, thank you everyone for coming out to my Netflix special. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just having fun. Looks like everybody's having a good time tonight. That's good, I want to keep it going. So, as Ramon said, my name is Rich, originally from New York. I left 5 years ago, haven't looked back. Well, I have gone back on important occasions, my daughter's 30th birthday, my grandmother's funeral, most recently my father's 70th birthday. But I knew this last trip back was going to be a little weird because as the plane is landing, the pilot gets on, he's like, "Hey, yo, this is your Captain Nicholas here. The current time in New York is 9:56 a.m., 77 degrees, cloudy, and I just want to welcome you to New York and give you a little warning. In New York, if you fuck around, you will find out. Now, please stay seated till I turn off the fucking seatbelt sign. Thank you for flying Spirit Airlines and have a fucking great night." Well, I signed up for these classes 4 days before that trip, but I didn't tell anybody what I was doing. I wanted to see the reaction on their face. And the first person I told was my father. You know, he picked me up at the airport, so I said, I'm going back on stage, gonna do some comedy. His reaction was, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. Like, he could have been a little more motivational, right? Imagine Shakespeare goes up to his father, he's like, "Dad, I want to be a writer." His father responds, "Well, if that's what you want to be." So now little Willie's all confused. He goes in his bedroom, he takes out his notepad, he writes at the top, "A writer." Puts it in 2 columns. In column 1, he writes "to be." In column 2, he writes "not to be." And we see how that worked out for him, right? Now the second person I told was my mother. She was a little bit more excited for me. "Oh my God, I'm so happy going back on stage." Now for the record, that's not how she sounds. I don't know why I just made her sound like Edith Bunker, but for the purpose of this joke, that's how she's gonna sound. I know I'm gonna get a phone call about this when she sees it. Then she asks, "So when's it gonna be?" And stops talking. Now if anybody here knows my mother, they know she loves to talk. She's what we call a yaquerón. So I said, "Mom, why'd you stop talking?" "I'm not giving you any more material." I said, "Mom, I got 48 years of material on you. You think the next 2 days is going to make a difference?" "Well, apparently it did, because here I am telling you what happened." And she threatens me. "If you make fun of me on stage, I'm never going to talk to you again." That's all it's going to take. Then she throws my father right under the bus. Make fun of him, so I will. I call him Bob from The Godfather, but he looks more like Billy Batts from Goodfellas. And he plays the part. If anybody ever tells me he looks like Billy Batts, he tells me to go get their fucking shine box. Now he does a bunch of things that make me laugh, and one is he covers his mouth when he's on his cell phone outside in public. He's like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Now he says it so everybody can hear him better, but I bust his balls. I tell him he likes to, pretend he's a mobster so nobody can read his lips. Then he leaves the most detailed voice messages you'll ever get. Except for the guy calling about your car's extended warranty. He's like, "Hey, sonny boy, it's 2:17. Sun is out, not a cloud in the sky. It's like 80 degrees out. But I'm sitting in traffic on a fucking Cross Bronx Expressway. Now I'm listening to the highlights of the Yankee game last night, and they said Judge was out at the plate, but I wasn't sure. Did you watch the game? Just checking to see if you heard anything that's going on. Well, I gotta go. I got another phone call coming in. I'll talk to you later. Let me know." Now these are the voicemails I would get. Now I don't talk to my mother on the phone that often because when she calls, she's always asking questions. And I know she's gonna ask a question that if I answer it, it turns into another million fucking questions. So I let her go to voicemail. Don't let her. What, you don't like that? So one day she calls, I'm at work, I could barely answer the phone, I'm a little busy, so I let it go to voicemail. About 10 minutes later, my father calls. I don't think anything of it, I pick up the phone, I was like, hey Pop, what's going on? And I hear, you answer his fucking calls. You son of a bitch! You fucking ambushed me, you gotta send me a text message. Let me know she's on the other line with you. Man. So now I don't answer his calls within an hour. Now enough about them before they disown me. I'm already the third, the least favorite kid out of three. It goes me, it goes my sister, sorry, my brother, then 6 grandkids, about 20 dogs, cats, and birds, and then me. You guys laugh, but it's fucking true. Now everybody's got to have a side hustle nowadays, and mine is driving for Uber and Lyft. So if anybody needs a ride going back up to Fort Lauderdale after the show, find me. We can work something out. It'll be beneficial for everybody. Now when I do drive, I get asked a lot of questions, and the biggest question that I get asked is, what's the difference between New York drivers and Floridian drivers? Now, first things first, they both drive like assholes. But the New York driver is a calculated asshole. He sees 3 moves ahead. He's driving on 95, he's in the left lane, he's got to get off the exit. He's like, all right, I'm going to cut off that red Camaro, get behind that black ML 350, get behind that white Nissan Sentra, and I'm off. So that's exactly what he does. Boom, and he's off the exit. Now, he did cut off the Camaro, but the guy probably fucking deserved it. The Floridian driver, same scenario, left lane, got to get off the exit, half mile to go. That motherfucker just turns the wheel to the right, regardless of who's in his fucking way. That's exactly what he does. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry my time is up. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. Once again, my name is Rich. It was my pleasure.
Saved a couple of jokes, man. I didn't even hear some. I didn't even know some of that material. Like, hey, that was some new stuff, man. That was pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Next girl coming to the stage is a South Florida favorite. Came to the class just to get a refresher because comics do that at times. So she's ready.